Hello and welcome. My name is Charlotte and you have reached me here at my channel, Clue High Heeled Stitcher. It is currently the 22nd of June and I haven't made a floss tube since the beginning of April, so it's been 2.5, almost 3 months. It's been chaos. If you are new to my channel, then I'll give a life update at the end. If you've watched me before, you know some of the things that have been happening over the last few months, which is why it's been a bit chaotic. So I'll do a small quick one why it's been a while. Obviously at the beginning of May I got married, yay! So I am now a Mrs. and the day was amazing. Loved the dress. It went off without a hitch. We did have a little bit of drama with some donuts, which I'll go into that with the life update at the end, but it was such a beautiful day. I had such a good time and everyone else was saying that it was the best wedding ever, so I hope that they did have a good time. Everyone says they are, so yes. So where it has been almost 3 months, I do have quite a bit to show, so I'm hoping it's not going to be a long one, but it might be. So grab a drink, grab your stitching, and let's get started. So what's happened since I last did a video? We had all of April, pretty much. Then May, obviously I got married on the 4th, and Kim from KLT Charting did a challenge in May called KLT Mayhem, so I participated in that. That sort of put my rotation on hold for the month, and I was also working on the turtle stitch along by KLT Charting where I model stitched them, so I wanted to get that done as well by the end of May. Didn't quite make it. I think I finished it on the 4th of June, so only a few days over, but we've had that. So KLT Mayhem, that was such a good fun event. It was a month-long event. Each day had a different challenge. Not all of them were stitching. I think it like alternated, and we were in groups. There was 3 groups: Team Ollie, Team Presley and Team Georgie. I was the team captain of Team Georgie. So with that going on, everything just, my rotation, as I said, got put to the side. So we will start with new starts and finishes, and then we'll get on to what I'd stitched on. So because of these challenges, I did have quite a few new starts. So the first one was, so day 1 challenge was a new start, so I knew I was going to have a new start on day 1, and I chose Caffeine and Chocolate Ollie Owl. This doesn't have a cover picture, so I can't show you what it will look like when it's finished, but this is where I got to on here. So this was a chart given to Team KLT when we were doing the head-to-head challenges last year, or it might have even been the year before, and originally it should have said hashtag Team KLT at the top, and then underneath it says fueled by caffeine and chocolate. So I'm not stitching the hashtag Team KLT, so I moved the fueled by to the top, and then underneath I'm gonna put by caffeine and chocolate. So there we are on that. I can't remember. I know I had to swap a couple of the colours around. That was it. So the writing was supposed to be done in this purple, but for one of the challenges, I think it was on my wedding day, the 4th of May, we had to do 100 stitches in orange, so I swapped the writing over to orange. This is stitched on 16 count Gems Dreams by KLT Charting with DMC. I don't think they're all the called for colours. I know I didn't have the correct brown, so I swapped the brown out. I don't know if the purple was the correct purple, so I swapped it for a different purple. That's that. That is 1,990 stitches on there, and I've run out of this, what was it, 3865. I've run out of this white, so only half of his eye is filled in. So I either need to find that colour in a different project or buy a new one. So I know that I've got that colour in Dominic, and I don't think he uses that much in there, so I might just steal it from there. So that is Fueled by Caffeine and Chocolate. Okay, so that was one of my new starts. Then see, I still have the are these the challenges? Yeah, I've still got the challenges. So yeah, day one was a new start, minimum 200 stitches. So I did 200 stitches on Ollie. Then the next day, the second, was 200 stitches on a bird chart. So Ollie worked for that one as well. I think in the end I used him for about 8 or 9 challenges, which worked out well. Then day 3 was Show Me How You Store Your Thread. So that one was a show me, not a stitching challenge. Then obviously I'm not going to go through every single challenge because that's a lot, but I know that on the 4th day was orange thread, which is what I used. So I didn't get to start my mummy. So everyone that went, yeah, you're not going to stitch on your wedding day. I did stitch on my wedding day, just not what I really wanted to. I was hoping to get them done in the morning before the wedding and then work on the mummy in the evening, but that morning was just so chaotic, mostly because of the donut drama, which is another thing. So that was one of my new starts. Then another challenge was to work on an insect chart. So on that one I picked, I don't have a cover for it, I don't know why. Anyway, I picked Mini Dragonfly, again by KLT Charting. This one is actually a start and a finish, and it's there. So this is stitched on 18 count sparkly Ada in the colourway Lavender Mist by KLT Charting with Candy Crush threads, again by KLT Charting. I think this one was a mistake because there's too much green in it, but I love green, so I was like, yeah, I'll have that. And again, it hasn't been ironed, so creases everywhere. One of the challenges was to finish something that you started in KLT Mayhem, so I pulled this one out and finished that. So I think I'm going to turn that into like maybe a mini pin cushion or something like that. Eventually. I now have the sewing machine around here. I haven't used it yet. we'll get some stitching done. We'll get some stitching done. Anyway, so that was my second new start. My third new start was Proud Presley Penguin. There was a challenge to stitch on a equality chart, so I picked this out. This is stitched on 16 count Gems Dreams again. It's the same piece of fabric that the other one was on, I just chopped it in half. And this so this one has turned into my before work / lunchtime stitching. So I've been working on this one in June as well, because June is Pride month, so I'm hoping to get this one finished by the end of the month. I think I've only got about 700 stitches left to do, so I should be able to do that, even if I have to do it of an evening. Yeah. I know that this green is different to what is called for because I didn't have it. I think it called for 700 and I only had 699, so I used 699. But it's a very similar colour, so you can't really tell. This one has 1,947 stitches on that one completed, and there's only about 2,700 left. 2,700 total, so we'll get that one done. This one is constantly being brought to and from work. Yesterday, no, not yesterday, day before, I had to drop Dara off at the train station for a 6 o'clock train. So we were up at 5:30. I thought, well, instead of going home, because it was my day in the office, I'd just go to the office. Got there about 6:20. I managed to get an hour and a half worth of stitching in before work, and I think it was just under 300 stitches done on Presley, so that helped a lot. That was my third new start. My fourth new start I'm not going to show you because I only did it for one of the challenges. I'm not going to continue stitching on it, so I'm not going to show you. I do have one more finish. I'm really excited to show you. This is actually a start and a finish. Although I had started it before my last Flosstube video, I wasn't able to show it because it was the stitch along, it was a model stitch, and part 1 hadn't been released yet. The last part is being released today, so this video probably won't go up until the 23rd, which is tomorrow, by the time I've edited it. But I'm going to show you now, because it'll be released by the time you see this. And it is The Turtle Stitch Along by KLT Charting, and I haven't ironed it, so please excuse the creases. And here we are. And it's very dramatic because it's got fluff everywhere. Can we see that? I hope so, because I can't see my face. Yeah, love it. This is stitched on 18 count Bring Me Sunshine by KLT Charting. So part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what we like about this is you don't have to have it that way. If you want, you could have it that way. Yes, love this. I am planning to turn this into a cushion so it can be either way up. Just need to go get some fabric. So this one is being released today. That is stitched with Melchior threads by Kim. So that one and that one are Kim threads. I think this one's Dragon's Egg. And then the other 4 are DMC variations. Yes, I love this. I originally wanted to stitch this on Pompey tights, and according to my spreadsheet, I had a piece of fabric, Pompey tights fabric, that would fit it. Could I find it anywhere? Nope. Couldn't find it anywhere. Went through all my drawers, all my boxes, all my kitted. I can't find it anywhere. I don't know where it's gone, but I couldn't find it. I still can't find it. So, and I can't find a project that I would have used it on either, so it's just gone walkabout. Yes, I am so happy with this finish. I love the turtles. Love them. So this is about 14,000 stitches in that, and I did that in, I think it was 9 weeks. So I finished it on the 4th of June 2022 and I started on the 1st of April. So, yes. Love it. I do need to actually FFO some projects because they're currently just hanging upstairs in a wardrobe. They've been ironed, well, some of them have been ironed. The ones hanging up have been ironed. Right. Pips. Projects in progress. So, my last video, I had just finished stitching my 3rd spin, and I think it was Pandemic. I just finished doing the 5,000 stitches on Pandemic and I had respun it, and it was In This Clan. That was it. In This Clan got spun, which was to get to 25%. I will insert a picture of what it looked like the last time you saw it. And this is where we are now. I've hit my 25% on this project. I think I actually got to 26%, so overachieved on that one. I should have been prepared for this. So, and here we are now. It really desperately needs an iron, but I'm not going to iron it until it's finished. So it says, we love gifts, the Impala is our baby, driver picks the music, shotgun shuts his cake hole, and it will say, we believe angels are dicks, and family don't end in blood. This is an adaptation of one of Kim's charts called In This House We Supernatural, and this is In This Clan Hunters. One of our other hunters, the lovely Emmy, recently finished her one of these and it looks amazing. It really does. My one is stitched on 18 Count Kerry's Eye by KLT Charting, and it's stitched with 699 and 415, both DMC threads. I did have a bit of a panic when I pulled this one out because I didn't centre it on the fabric, and I'm like, oh poop, because I'm constantly worried that I've like orientated it wrong or that, and I think I've just done it so that I have some extra, so when I come to finish it I can chop it down and then use that part for smalls or something. And I always say that, but I don't think I ever stitch smalls, or apart from the dragonfly. Yes. And my little hunter supernatural needleminder down there. So this is at 26%. So once I had achieved my goal on that, I got to spin my wheel again for my next project. And the project that it chose was Dark Queen of the Seas, which I have been desperate to stitch on this one since Jen, not Cross Jen, posted her part 5 finish on Instagram a couple of months ago, and I'm like, oh, I really want to pull mine out, but I'm going to stick to the rotation and be a good girl, considering I just like took a month off to stitch on Mayhem. So when I started this, I had barely even got 200 stitches in. I think it was 212 stitches, because I started it back in December 2020. So that when I went into 2021, I was doing no new starts 2021. So this is what she will look like, sort of, when she is finished. I think I'm doing, yeah, I am doing that face. But there's an alternate version where she's got her boobies out. So I am going to be stitching the other version of that with her boobies out. And what else is it? There's colour her hair. Aaron from Autumn Lane Stitchery, who designed this, did like a hair pack. So he designed different colourways for the hair. I haven't quite decided on what colour I'm going for, but I know it won't be this one. And then up here, this magic can also be a skull, and I'm thinking of doing the skull on that. So there will be some alterations on this one. But not for a while anyway. Although they've just announced, they did a little announcement. Autumn Lane Stitchery did an announcement late last week, about a week ago, and they are announcing their next stitch along on the 5th of July, I think, and we think it's another queen. And the picture, I'll put up a picture of what he announced, and it looks like it's in the forest. So I'm very, very excited about this one, but I'm not going to start that until I've finished my Dark Queen. So yes, anyway, tangents. My target for this one was to finish part 1. I managed to finish and stitch part 1 in 6 days, and I was loving it so much. And with some encouragement from Jen, not Cross Jen, I continued stitching on this, and I've started stitching on part 2. I haven't quite finished part 2. I'm not going to finish part 2. I have put it away and I have respun. So this is what she looks like. So I finished the fish, and I've started on her body and got the coral started on her hips. I am loving stitching on this. It is 32 count Lugana in the colourway Bewitched by Under the Sea Fabrics. I did buy this one from America when it was first announced, and I love it so much. Love it so much. So yeah, as I said, I finished the fish in about 6 days, and I didn't want to put it down. I was enjoying it too much, and Jen was just like, yeah, just are you gonna stitch a little bit more, considering you did only do it in 6 days? I was like, yeah, okay. It didn't take a lot of encouragement. So, but I decided that I'd give it until the weekend. So I'd stitch on her over the weekend, and then I'd put it away, and I will respin. So, yes. She's so pretty. My next spin was, because I respun Monday. It's now Wednesday. I respun Monday, and it pulled Partridge in a Pear Tree by Joan Elliott. I haven't yet pulled that one out. I haven't yet started stitching on it because I need to get these Christmas gifts done. It's now almost the end of June. I'm still only 60% done on my wildlife stocking, and I need to get that done before Christmas. Plus the mason jars are also a Christmas gift. I need them done. So I've pulled out the wildlife stocking, and I'm going to put in a couple of thousand stitches on that before I pull out my Partridge in a Pear Tree. And I might even do another mason jar. It depends how quickly I do the few thousand stitches on the wildlife stocking. I've pulled it out once. I've only done 100 stitches on it, so I'm not going to show you that. So I did stitch yesterday. I stitched on Presley, and I had a new start. I'm not going to show you because I had a little bit of a meltdown because my fabric that I chose didn't suit the thread, and the thread needed to be the thread that I use, so I've had to pick a different fabric. So, not going to show you because it was a little bit of a meltdown. I have always said I cannot pick colours. I am crap at picking colours. That go together. Darryl, on the other hand, is amazing at it. He can see colour. So I should have got him to double check before I started stitching on it. I was like, no, I've got this. It looks okay. It's fine. Yeah, it was not fine. So last night, after I was stitching it, I showed him, and he was just like, oh yeah, that's very nice. And I went, it doesn't work, does it? And I'm like, not really. What about if you change colour? No, I would need that thread colour. Right. So he's like, a yellow. Try and find a yellow. So I found a yellow fabric, and I'm going to restart it today. But it took me ages. Because I only need a 13 by 18 piece of fabric, and the fabric that I have is 18 by 26, which means I have to chop it in half, and I don't like chopping fabric in half. I bit the bullet, and I just did it this morning. But I don't like it. Because what if in the future I find a project that would be perfect on that fabric, but I've already used half of it? It was a limited edition, so it's not like I get a replacement. I could find a similar one, but it won't be that one. I'm a hoarder. I've already said this. I'm a hoarder. I like to hoard things. Anyway, it's quite hot in here, so I apologise if I'm going red. It's very hot. Anyway, so those are they all the projects? Oh, I finished my old charity stitching, lunchtime stitching, which was a birthday card. But I haven't pulled that, so I'll just insert pictures. Because I finished it, and then I fully finished it on, I think, the next day. Just into it was a free magazine kit, so it came with the card and that, so I've stitched that. It's now put away somewhere. I think probably in the ottoman, just there, so I'm not going to go get that. Anyway, let's move on, because I'm making a huge mess, onto Stitchy Kindness, and then haul, and then I'll do the life update. So, as I may have mentioned in this earlier in the video, got married. Anyway, so we obviously had the Stitchy girls there, and it was such a lovely day, and we got a little bit of the wedding gifts and that. So the first Stitchy gift that we got was this, Mr. and Mrs. And this was stitched by Nat. Love it, live it, make it yours. She was my maid of honour. She looked absolutely beautiful, and I love her so much. So she made me this in our colours. So we had, our colours was red and silver, and my dress was grey. So she's done red, grey and silver, and that is metallic and is the devil's arse. So I know how much that must have fucking hurt to stitch, because nobody likes stitching in metallics. So yeah, I absolutely love this. It's so gorgeous. I just love it. So that normally sits on our mantelpiece. Then the next Stitchy gift we got given, and this hangs in our doorway, and I love it so much. And it was stitched by Jen, not Cross Jen, and it's No Longer Living in Sin. And it's just amazing. The fabric, just look at that. It's sparkly, it's rainbow, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. And Lynn, the Lancashire stitcher, she FFO'd this for Jen, and it's just amazing. And I just smile whenever I walk in the door and I look at that, and I smile because it's something that's been taken time to do for us, and it just means a lot. And I just love it. I love it, and I love Jen, and I love Nat, and I love all my Stitchy peoples. I love all my Stitchy peoples. And then HJ, the lovely Claire, Seaside Stitcher. She made me, well, made us, but it's mostly me because I'm the one using it, this amazing Grime Guard, Star Wars Grime Guard. As you can see, it's just ignore that. And it's different Star Wars fabrics. So we've got the Stormtroopers, and then the different symbols, and the different planes, and robots. You got BB-8. I think that's a TIE fighter. And then some more planes. It's so well made, and I've used it non-stop since she gave it to us. And so the morning after the wedding, we were opening the cards and the gifts, and we were alternating, and Daryl actually opened the Grime Guard and these two stitched, and he was just like, I think this is for you. It's like, it's for us. And he does appreciate, he understands how long things like these take, and he admittedly, he looked at the Grime Guard and went, what's that? And I went, it's the crime gun. And he went, oh, that's cool. That's cool. So yeah, that's cool. Oh, we got loads of cards. They were up here, and I was hoping to do a video sooner, so all the cards would be up there, but we took them down, and HJ, the lovely HJ, actually stitched us a card for the new Mr. and Mrs. and it's just amazing. So we're gonna get a little frame and put that in the frame, so we've got it forever. So, yes. Loved it. So that was our wedding stitchy kindness, and we have the best friends. I have the best stitchy friends, and I'm just so glad that I met you all. Anyway, soppiness aside, let's move into haul. I haven't got a huge amount of haul, which is good because obviously the wedding cost a lot. But I have been getting the as everybody else has, the Year in the Woods cotton garden samplings. So there we are. The fox #1, the swans #2, jackrabbit, the raccoon, the ferret, the last two haven't been taken out, and we've got the bear, and then the bald eagle. I'm waiting for one more. I can't remember what it was. Should be arriving in a couple of days. And then they've just announced #9, I think it is, and it's the owl, an owl. So I am getting these auto shipped from Marnie's Mixed Bag. So I have the fabric for this because I'm going to do it all in one, but I have no plan to start it anytime soon. I was planning to do it as they were, all in one, so it starts with December and then January, February, but because #12 will be first and then it will be 1 and 2. But I think it's Carolyn at Caesar Stitch. She was doing them, so #12 would be right down in the bottom and doing 1, 2, 3. So it works out that way. I don't think it ties in with the seasons, but I'm like, oh, I actually quite like that idea. But then I'm not sure if I like the bear. I'm just like, I don't know. I love all the others, but the bear, I haven't just gone, oh, I love that. I'm just, and we don't have bears in this country. But then again, we don't have raccoons in this country or bald eagles. So should I stitch those or not? It's a decision that needs to be made when I come to stitch it, and it won't be any time soon, so I don't need to worry about it now. So they are being kept in this my skeleton mermaid bag, knock myself out, by Tracy Ann Designs on Facebook. We'll go with that. Then I got a little bit of a tax refund, so I spent it on project bags, and this is completely 100% Nat's fault. 100% Nat's fault. She posted a picture up on Instagram of this project bag, or a couple of project bags that she's got from the no, Stitch Bunny, and I was like, oh, I need that. So I went on and I brought 3 project bags, and it's all nuts full. So the first one is this. It's an Evolution one, and it's amazing. And it came with a free needle minder. And she said in the order you could pick which Evolution you wanted, and I just left it blank because I was happy for it to be a surprise. So she picked Jolteon for me, and I got a little another freebie, the watermelon ice lolly. So love them. So that was that one, and obviously it would have been lonely on its own, so I had to buy another one, and I saw this and I was just like, oh, it's another Pokemon one. And look, loads of little that. So you've got the 3 starters, which is Squirtle, Charmander and Bulbasaur. I think it's the evolved form of Stuffle. I don't know, I can't remember what it is. And that, and you've got Mimikyu and Eevee. And, oh, it's so cute. And Slowpoke, look, it's Slowpoke. And it's all different different fruits. So you've got watermelon and pineapple and strawberries. And this came with 2 different fabrics in there. So you could choose whether or not you wanted orange or you wanted green. So I couldn't decide. I couldn't decide which one I wanted. So I picked both, but they didn't have the green in the 11 by 11. I think it's 11 by 11. So they only had it in like an 8 by 8 or a 14 by 14. So I went for the 14 by 14. Look at it, it's huge. So yeah, I got these. They're amazing. They are. They're amazing. Love them so much. And obviously it didn't come with the fabric. I've put the fabric in there. That is a thing that I need to decide on, and it's regarding Dominic and whether or not I should restart him. I'm not going to go into that now because I'm not going to stitch on Dominic until it comes up, and then that is a decision that I need to make at the time. Anyway, so yes, I have 3 new project bags, and it's all nuts full. Yep. Anyway, last little bit of haul that hasn't already been utilised is I got a couple new kits, and they're bothy kits, and the name of the channel is obviously High Heel Stitcher. I love my heels, I love my regular choice shoes and that. And Bothy came out with 2 designs a few months ago that were in the shape of heels, high heels, and I was like, we're getting married, I can't afford this. And then after the wedding, Dara was like, right, you've been wanting these kits for a while, so just get them. So I was like, okay. So it didn't take much convincing. So the first one is Proud as a Peacock. And the other one is Along the Riverbank. And they're just amazing. In the recent Bothy spring or summer collection that was released, I think a couple of weeks ago or last week, they've again released 2 more shoes. One is a garden themed and the other is an ice cream. I'm not entirely sure if I want those. I will probably end up getting them, buying them, stitching them, and then having them next to my shoes. But at the moment it's not a I need them, whereas these ones I've been wanting them since they got released a few months ago. So yes. And I keep seeing people stitching them and I was like, I want them. So I think these are, yeah, they're both on, oh, that one's on 14 count Ada, this is on 16 count Ada. I think I will be swapping out the fabric on both of these. They are full kits. One seems a lot chunkier than the other. Anyway. Oh, there we go. It has the date. 30th of November is released. So, yes. And that is my haul. I know that I had other haul because I got my monthly stash club from Kim, but I think I've just put that away because I think I used some of the DMC, so I've put all of that away. And that, so this is all the stuff that I could find that was to hand. So that is all my stitching, and that couple of shout outs. If you've made it this far, thank you. So the first person I wanted to shout out was Jen, not Cross Jen, from Wales. Love Jen. She did a Flosstube for the first time in about a year. She has she did a whip parade, so go check her out. She has an explanation why she's been gone a year, and it's a very good reason why she's been gone a year. So go check out Not Cross Jen. She is amazing. She's such a lovely person and I love her so much. Next, we have another Jen from Wales, and that is Jen from Wolf Down the Rabbit Hole. She is a very lovely lady. She did Flosstube #1. I think she's done a second, maybe even a third one by now. I'm so behind on my floss. I think I'm about 4 weeks behind on watching Flosstube, so I know I've watched her first project, her first video, but I don't think I've watched any of her recent ones because I'm just so far behind. So go check her out. She is, again, a very lovely person. I love watching her projects. She has a Disney one where it says, "In this house we do Disney." So go check her out. See her progress on there. She has also designed a few charts, so she explains where you can go get them as well. So those are my two Welsh Jen shout outs, and I also just want to shout out Stitchy Sally. She had her 1 year Flosstube anniversary last month, and she's just such a lovely lady. I love watching her videos. She is one of my favourites out there, so go check her out. I'm pretty sure you already watch these people, but if you don't, those are just 3 that I recommend that have come to my mind that I've watched recently. So I haven't done plans. Oh, I've sort of done plans. I have done plans. Right, life update. I know not everybody wants to stick around for the life update, so if you are signing off, so that, then thank you so much for watching. I hope you have liked the video. If you haven't already, then just subscribe, and I will see you next time. So the ones that have stayed for the life update, it's been quite a busy few months with the wedding and all that, so I will put in some pictures of the wedding and that we had such a good time. I wasn't really nervous, I think. Nat was a hell of a lot nervous. More nervous than I was. I'm pretty sure my mum was more nervous than I was until it got to the day, and then I'm like, yeah, no, now I'm showing breaks. Now I'm nervous, and it really didn't help that we had a bit of a saga with the donuts. So I'd ordered Krispy Kreme donuts to be delivered to the hotel on the day of the wedding. So they were fresh, it was fine. So the day before, I get an email to say, we've dispatched your donuts. I'm like, oh, perfect. They'll be arriving tomorrow before 12 o'clock. Perfect. The ceremony starts at 1. We're good. So that evening, we go out for dinner. I check the tracking. It's about 8:30, because obviously busy and that. And it says, we're still waiting for your parcel. And I'm like, it's 8:30 at night and they haven't got my parcel. They haven't got the donuts. That's weird. So I checked my email. Nothing. I went, I'm going to check my junk. So I checked my junk, and yeah, there was an email from Krispy Kreme in there that said, due to a manufacturing issue at the factory, we can no longer deliver your donuts tomorrow. They will be delivered Friday. I went, I'm not getting married Friday. I'm getting married Wednesday. That's not going to help. So I wasn't in a panic because my friend Gemma had said, anything you need, just let me know. So I'd messaged her. She was like, right, no, I'll sort it. Don't worry. I was like, perfect. But I still am going to go bridezilla on Krispy Kreme in the morning. So morning of the wedding, getting my hair and makeup done. The customer line's open at 8 o'clock. I call them at 8:30. Call them. How can we help? And I used this line. It was practically my opening line. You've ruined my wedding. Explain the situation. I'm getting married. I've ordered these donuts. I'm not having a cake. I was having a cake, but they didn't know that. It was a little bit of a white lie. Yeah. Where are my donuts? I ordered these specifically for my wedding. I put when I ordered them, they were for a wedding, my wedding. I need them. Where the hell are they? And this woman on the phone, oh bless her, she was just like, oh no, I understand this is a very stressful situation for you. Please bear with me and I will see what we can do. I'll call you back in half an hour. So, fine. A little bit of a bridezilla, but it was the only thing that I really, really wanted. Because we're not cakey people, we are donuts. We love donuts. I love donuts. So I was like, I want donuts. And I knew, I had said before that if anything was going to go wrong, it would be the donuts. Anyway. She calls me back half an hour later. Right, we've got a courier coming to the Krispy Kreme in Southampton. They will be delivered to the hotel within the next 2 hours. I was like, fine, perfect. And they gave us an extra dozen, free of charge. I'm like, oh, I just want the donuts. In the meantime, while I was on the phone to them, my friend Gemma, who was a lifesaver, had messaged me a picture. She'd then gone and got 3 dozen donuts from a different store. And I was like, oh, right, okay. So I'm getting 5 dozen from this delivery. She's just picked up 3 dozen. She was still outside the shop, so I could have texted her and said, you can return them, I've got it sorted. But I thought, you know, screw it. She's done this specifically to help me out. I'm not then going to go, I don't need them. So I was like, okay, perfect, thank you. I'd ordered vegan donuts, but they weren't able to deliver the vegan donuts because that was the manufacturing issue. And they had to be ordered online, but where they were coming from a shop, couldn't get them. So Gemma, being the amazing person that she was, went and got jam donuts that were vegan and also coconut macaroons that were vegan for me, because I'm obviously lactose intolerant, I can't eat dairy, and we did have a couple of vegans at the wedding that we wanted to cater for, so I'm like, oh great, okay, fine, perfect. We ended up with 8 dozen donuts plus 10 jam and the chocolate macaroons. There was so many donuts, and there was only like 30 people at this wedding. So many donuts. Yeah, that was, if that was the only drama that we had, then it was a very good wedding. So yes, the weather turned out amazing. For the few days before, it was like cloudy rain, but as we were in the ceremony, we were doing our vows, the sun came out, it was blaring sunshine, so the pictures that we've got are in the sunshine and they're amazing, absolutely amazing. So I'm just so happy that we got to spend the day celebrating with our friends and our family and that. So yeah, it was such a good day. Then we spent a few days in the New Forest where we got married, just, you know, relaxing and all that. So the day after, Daryl and I went out into the New Forest to go for a walk and take pictures of the horses, the wild horses that they have, and they also have the donkeys out. So we went for this walk, and we got really close to these horses, and obviously we didn't disturb them now, but I was laying down trying to get doing pictures and this video of this horse, and this horse literally just came and walked right up to me. I think he was about 6 feet away from me, and I'm there literally on the floor taking pictures with my phone going, please don't come any closer, we're not supposed to get this close. But I got some really, really good pictures of that, and Daryl's just stood on the path going, as long as you're having fun. So it was good. It was a really good day, really good week, and I'm so glad. Me and Daryl have been together 13 years. And when we'd started planning it a few years ago, things happened, and then we were like, okay, fine. And then we were saving up, and we were like, we've got this money, do we get married or do we buy a house? And we decided that we'd get the house. So we put it off and we put it off, and we're finally there. We're finally married. I am now a Mrs. and it's good. Not a lot has changed. Changing the name is a bit of a pain in the arse, but it's okay. It's okay. So yeah, that was the main life update. We went to Marwell Zoo on the long bank holiday weekend for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. We went to Marwell Zoo with Daryl's brother, nephew, and the mum. So that was a good day to get out, spend some time with the family and that. So yeah, we had that. At the moment we've got car trouble, as in I've broken both cars. Well, my car prof, he's got an oil leak, so I was like, right, okay, I'll wait until we've got the other car. I'll put him in our garage and I'll get somebody to look at him. So I was driving Daryl's car and there was a bang when I was going to work, and then suddenly the car was overheating and that. So I was like, I drove him to work and I was like, he's not right. So work colleague's partner knows about cars and that, so she came out, had a look at him, realised I completely cracked his radiator. So at the moment we're waiting for a replacement radiator to fix Yarrison. She also looked at Prof and said he's an old car, he's gonna get leaks. The one that you've got is not major, he's still okay to drive, just keep an eye on the oil. You should be dipsticking him once a week just to make sure. So at the moment I'm driving Prof, but he's dripping oil. So we just got to keep an eye on him. But it's, yeah, Prof is like 16 years old and Yarrison's 21. We've got old cars. So I think it's time that we should probably start looking for a new one. But it's not a urgent thing yet. But we're going to start saving up and get a new car. So, yes. So I think that's it. We're about an hour, so I should probably cut it there before I ramble anymore. I'm hoping to come back in 2 to 3 weeks. I always say 2 weeks, but then it always ends up at 3. So 3 weeks time I'm hoping to come back. I won't leave it 3 months this time. So yes, we will see you again soon. I hope you are keeping well, stitching loads, and I will see you hopefully in a few weeks. So happy stitching, and I'll see you later. Bye.